social media check-in. All right, what do we got?
All right, Carmen Cava, a Brad Squad member, saying, I'm a U.S. citizen and my husband is a U.S. resident, been married for 11 years. We want to get his son from the Dominican Republic, who is 25 years old. Will it be faster if he is petitioned by his stepmother, which is a U.S. citizen, or father, who's a U.S. resident?
When did they get married?
Got married for 11 years, so 11 years ago.
Yeah, the stepfather, who's a U.S. citizen, is faster.
No. The stepmother.
Stepmother, who is the U.S. citizen, is faster.
The next one comes from Mimi Sari on YouTube if someone is filing an I-6-3 in remaining custody of detention, can that person revoke the request and request for early voluntary departure instead?
Of course. They'll be happy to they'll be happy to watch you leave the country.
Goji Gerbovic on YouTube asks, I was arrested for a DUI in February 2016. The charges were dropped September 2017 after a diversion. I've been a green card holder since 2013. Can I apply for citizenship next year in February, or do I have to wait until September 2022?
Well, if it was one arrest and there was a diversion case, you can file for citizenship. You just got to prove good moral character, because you did have an arrest within a 5-year period. But yeah, go try. One arrest in a 5-year period that got dismissed, I still think you would become a citizen.
ChipX on YouTube. I went for my biometrics in December of 2018. After my VAWA was approved early the same year, my case was last updated to show fingerprints were taken. It's been almost 2 years now. What's next?
Waiting on an interview, but if you haven't heard in 2 years, perhaps you want to call us. 2 years is a long time to wait.
Motonrayo Dorudola on YouTube asks, my husband, who's the stepfather of my son, wants to file for my son. I want him to come with my husband's name. How can I do this?
It's the stepfather?
So this is the mother that's talking, and her husband is the stepfather to her son, and she wants him to file for the son and wants the son to come with the husband's name. So how can
he won't. He'll come with his name, but after the child is here with a green card, your husband can either do an adoption, become his legal guardian, or just even do a name change if that's what you choose to do.
Kingdom Mindset on YouTube. What does it mean to have a financial relationship with your spouse?
It means that you commingle your funds and pay the debts of your joint marriage and your individual debts with your commingled funds that you earn and your spouse earns.
Okay, Teresita Ferrer on Facebook's asking, I'm a green card holder for 1 year and married to a U.S. citizen for about 18 years. I have a misdemeanor shoplifting case, and it was dismissed in February 2021. Can I travel outside the USA before the dismissal of the case and then return? How will this affect my U.S. citizenship?
Was it dismissed, or it's pending to be dismissed?
The misdemeanor for shoplifting case was dismissed in February 2021.
So if it
will be dismissed. It hasn't been yet.
Don't travel till February 2021, because you'll be allowed back in the country because you don't have a conviction. So it sounds like they have an ACD, adjourned in contemplation of dismissal, but you're going to get hassled at the airport. And you know how important is it for you to travel to be hassled at the airport?
Mike Frew on YouTube. My son came to the U.S. over a year ago. He just turned 18 in April. I am eligible to file for my citizenship in June of 2020. Can my son benefit directly, or does he have to file for his green card separately?
He has to file for his naturalization separately. He already has a green card, right? What does he have?
He just nope. He just mentioned that his son turned 18. We don't know if he has anything. It's
how did he
more
come to the United States?
Asking.
We don't know.
Son came to.
All right. Assuming the son entered on a legal visa, you file an I-130 visa petition for him now, and if you were to become a citizen before he's 21, he would be eligible to adjust. But you got to have a visa petition filed and be a citizen all before he's 21.
Black Sunny on YouTube asks, hello, Mr. Brad. I just got my permanent resident, 10-year on October 15, 2020. Do I need a status adjustment?
No.
Adnan Alizea on YouTube. If someone's wife divorced them in the very first month, no fault divorce, but they don't have a joint account, lease, or medical because the marriage is terminated early, how can he protect himself?
Protect himself from what? That's you got to ask your divorce attorney. You got to ask your divorce attorney. You're asking a divorce question or an immigration question?
Okay, Brady on Instagram saying, "Hey Brad, I filed for me and my family on January 7th, 2019, and USCIS received the file on the 8th. It was approved on the 12th. I filed just one day before my daughter turned 21. I applied for the EB1 Extraordinary Sportsman visa. She's a national level golf player. If she is eligible, that's great. But what is the best way to bring her here in the U.S.? We're all waiting for the interview date, but I have no update on my daughter's case."
Who's the golfer?
The daughter.
So what did she file?
So the father, Roddy, had filed just one day before the daughter turned 21. They applied
what? Filed
the
what?
EB1 Extraordinary Sportsman visa.
For who? I'm confused.
For the daughter.
If she filed, the daughter is one of the top golfers in the world. The daughter would file an I-140 visa petition, whether it's before she's 21, after she's 21. They got to prove that fact, and then she would be eligible if she's here in America to adjust her status, or if she's in another country to get a green card. If you're saying that somebody else is the professional golfer and your daughter is a day under 21 when they filed the EB1, she's going to age out most likely.
So that's the case.
Most
they filed
likely.
the EB1 Extraordinary Sportsman
I don't
visa.
know. I don't know who's the golfer. Is it the daughter or somebody else?
So I said that she's a national level golf player. She's
Who
the
is?
daughter.
It's the daughter. The daughter.
So what is the difference if she's under 21 or over 21? There's no difference.
Is there no age out for the EB1 Extraordinary Sportsman visa?
If you're a great golfer, what's the difference if you're 20, 21, 25, 30?
Okay.
That's why I was confused. If you're the best golfer in the world, you're still the best golfer at 22 as 20. There's no difference.
All right.
For employment-based, there's no difference if you're the primary person. That's why I was confused.
Got you.
Thank you, Yo-Yo.
Ashira on Instagram. Hi, Brad. My husband is an R1 visa, which makes me and my son R2. I'm aware the visa states no employment for R2. However, my husband made inquiries stating I can volunteer and be on a payroll legally.
Not
Can
true.
you confirm if this information is accurate?
Untrue.
Okay.
Work is work.
Right.
All right. Rikers on YouTube saying, I have a friend that got a B1 visa and he wants to know if he can adjust his status with a green card holder.
If he's in legal status and he's married, yes.
Okay, Floyd Green on YouTube saying, "Hey Brad, my U.S. citizen sister is filing for me, and the case for the I-130 was approved in 2010 and sent to NVC. Is there a waiver that will allow me to process in U.S.? I have a minor child dependent."
Who filed for who? Brother,
the U.S.
sister?
citizen sister.
Unless you're 245I, which means you had to show something was filed, you were in the system prior to April 30th, 2001, and physically present on December 21st, 2000, then there would be a waiver. Otherwise, no.
Parole in place, is that a thing?
Parole in place. Yes, it is a thing. I'm not good with abbreviations. A parole in place, correct. That would make
I just Googled it.
that would make a lot of sense. Now ask me the PIP one more time. Parole in place.
So how long is parole in place processing?
About 6 months.
Time.
Suzette Samuels on YouTube saying, "My kids got through with the embassy in Jamaica last April, but put off for next. My daughter had a baby girl in August of this year. Will they allow my daughter to bring her here?"
Who sponsored this child? Was it the mother?
So it's just saying that the kids got through with the embassy.
It depends. If they're in the F1, F2B, or F3 category, then yes, you could include the child who was just born. If they're immediate relative, meaning that it's filed by a U.S. citizen under the age of 21, then the answer is no. Unless they enter the United States on their first entry, they would allow a child under the age of 2. You have to go to the embassy on their first entry into America with their immigrant visa, you would be able to bring the child, and then the child would be paroled in, and then they would have to file for the child after they come here. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.